I made a devlog for a game I made in 9 days, which ended up doing really well for my channel. I mean, nothing but nice comments from you guys. All I've had is motivation to expand on the game. And no, I don't mean just making 2 videos about it and then giving up on the project entirely. I mean actually turning it into a full game. But that ended up being a bigger challenge than I expected. So you see, it's been 2 months since I've uploaded that devlog, and the reason why it took so long was because I kept asking myself one question. How do you properly expand upon an already finished game? I know this question seems simple, but just hear me out. I feel like Infinite Sky already has elements that can serve as the foundation for something bigger. Like its story. I mean, as good as Game Jam game stories go, it's really only there to answer very simple questions, like how the houses in the first game were used by the player to refill their hunger and fatigue bars. But now I feel like houses should be used more like an interaction point, kind of like the villages in Minecraft, where the player can trade with homeowners, which makes looting or just robbing from them optional. And how you treated people you've come across will determine the ending you get to see. I feel like Infinite Sky's story could stem from the idea of letting players decide whether or not they would like to be the hero or the villain in their own story. So without further ado, I would like to formally introduce you to Infinite Sky version 1. So yeah, other than the fact that the new player looks like flying vomit, there's not much to it. But don't worry, my Trello board is looking kinda thick, so let's get started. The game's camera just used to follow a point between the player and the mouse, but I feel like since the game uses physics for movement, the player's velocity probably should be something to consider. And the camera should probably zoom out to give you a better view. Now that I'm done with that, I can finally get started with chunk handling. You see, I want Infinite Sky version 1 to have an open world exploration focus, with procedural generation, kind of like Minecraft, and in order to generate a large map without setting my computer on fire, I'll have to divide the map into chunks and only render the ones close to the player. I decided to write the code in C# because I feel like it'd be better for performance. I was a little bit worried because I wasn't using object pooling when spawning the chunks in, but then I looked at what Juan had to say about not using object pooling in Godot. Now for some variation with the new houses. There are 2 ways of going about this. Either I make a bunch of handmade houses and then pick one at random to use, or so basically what I'm going to do is make the computer generate random houses for the game. And after 8 hours, I had done it, and I present to you it. And it doesn't look pretty, but it's the beginning. If you watched this far, please share this video. I'm trying to get as many people involved, so when I'm ready to release the game, I'll have an audience to release it to. Catch you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to join the Discord. Yeah, other than the fact that the flying vomit, just said flying vomit. Yeah, I'm not putting this in the video.
If I'm honest, I'll just make you cry.